Hi everyone, it's Mimsy here. So this is a dust mask tutorial or a face mask tutorial, and I've had this on my list of DIY videos to do for quite some time, and I wasn't going to do this when this whole thing broke out because I didn't want to feed into all the hype. But now that I think it's probably going to be much more commonplace to see people in public in masks, I decided to go ahead and make this video because I think it kind of protects ourselves from spreading our germs. So when you're sick, wearing the mask keeps you from sneezing into your hand or coughing into your hand or touching your face and not thinking about spreading your germs. So that's why I decided to go ahead and make this. So here we go. Okay, so you're gonna cut your fabric 6 inches by 9 inches on the fold. So your fabric is folded and you're going to cut it 9 inches wide by 6 inches tall. So 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 9 inches this way. So I'm going to cut off the selvage and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shouldn't be that hard. Okay. Then you're going to turn your fabric right side to right side. Okay, and then we're going to put in the interfacing. Okay, so I don't have any interfacing, so I'm just using another piece of 100% cotton fabric to line this in order to just give it a little bit more weight, a little bit more substance, and a little bit more protection. Now remember, this is not a surgical mask, so it's not going to protect against viruses. It's only to keep you from essentially spreading any germs by sneezing on things or coughing on things or touching your nose or your face inadvertently, because who can avoid touching your face? It's impossible. So it just keeps you from keeping your own germs to yourself. So really, that's all. Or as a dust mask, obviously, which I use all the time in DIY. I've been meaning to make a dust mask for myself for eons, and this is finally it. So here we are. I'm just using another piece of cotton as my interline, and I've got my 2 pieces right side to right side, and I'm just going to sew this inside there too, just to give it a little more substance. And the next step is to insert the elastic. So I've got a couple different types of elastic, just a regular white elastic, and then I've also got this fun, like, colorful headband type of elastic. I don't know why I had this, but I had it. That would be fun as well. But I'm just going to use this white. And you want to cut 2 pieces 7 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This, the very top. And then again at the bottom. And then same on the other side. So you're going to sew all the way around the outside edges, leaving about a 2 or 3 inch opening right here so that you can turn the whole thing inside out. So I'm gonna go to the sewing machine and sew around with a 1/2 inch or 5/8 inch seam all the way around, making sure that you get maybe back and forth on the elastic to hold that in nice and tight. So I'm gonna do my sides first because that's the part that's holding the elastic in. And I'm going to back stitch over that just to lock it in. Okay. Drop your needle in and pivot and sew down this side without sewing over the side of your elastic. So move that elastic out of the way and sew down the long edge. And be careful you don't sew over the edge of your elastic there until you get to this side. Okay, so I'm gonna add in a wire to the top of my mask so that I can mold the mask to my nose because my face is kind of flat, so I like to have that moldability on my nose. So I used a piece of floral wire, just cut it to the length. It doesn't need to go all the way from one end to the other. Just in the center, 3/4. Lay it down. You're going to do a wide zigzag stitch, or that's what I did, a wide zigzag stitch over this. And I'm going to zigzag over the two ends a lot so that it holds that wire end in, and hopefully that wire end won't poke through the fabric. I could put a piece of tape on that, and that might be helpful. But just keep the wire in the center of your foot. Adjust your zigzag stitch so it's on the longest width of zigzag to get over the metal wire. And make sure that you put this wire in on the opposite side of your opening so that you can still turn this around. Okay, so it's all sewn around the edges. We got our wire in up here, and now I'm going to turn this around. Now I'm going to take it to the ironing board and press it, and then sew up this side with a top stitch. So I'll be right back after I press it. Okay, so it's all pressed, and I'm just going to top stitch this opening. Okay, so now we can put our pleats in. And you can measure and make this real precise if you want. I'm just gonna do 3 small knife pleats. Actually, I might only do 2, we'll see. I can fit 3, yeah. Okay, so I'll pin that. And then do the same on the other side to match that. Make sure that you backstitch at the beginning and the end. This is the moldable side that goes over your nose. That's your perfect for all your DIY projects.